Welcome to Pollyanna's Kitchen. Today we're going to teach you how to make pastry. We're going to make a sweet pastry. To make this pastry today I'm going to use my mixer so it'll be a little bit quicker and easier and less dirty. We have our maida and we're going to sieve it. Next we have our butter, again in small chunks. Just pop it in there. And now we're going to use our mixer. We're going to mix the flour and the butter together. I'm using a machine this time, so it should be easier. If you have a food processor, use that, but you must use a plastic tool with it. We're going to make breadcrumbs. The milk and the egg. It's combining nicely now. Okay. So what we're going to do with this, we're going to roll it out on a nice floured surface. The pastry is ready now. When you're making the pastry, if you feel it's a little bit too wet, just add a bit more flour and then it'll be okay. So lightly knead. Remember that chapati, it's not a chapati. Okay, that's ready, that's enough. Again, we'll put it into some cling film and place it in the fridge. We'll leave it in the fridge for 30 minutes and then we can blind bake. So place your pastry over your rolling pin and then pop it on the top of your tin. Okay. Remember, we're in a hot country, so it's not always perfect, but don't worry. Press it down firmly. If you've got some cracks, you see there's a few cracks here, don't worry. I'm doing a little bit of a fix-it job here. But you'll see, in the end it'll be perfect. Just have confidence. If it goes wrong, or if you think your kitchen's too hot, just have patience. Now with this one, I'm not going to put it directly in the oven because the pastry's become too soft. I'm going to put it in the fridge just for a short while, and then I'll bake it. See? You need a nice, thick crust. This is a lemon pastry, remember, so it's delicious. So the thicker the crust, the better. I think so anyway. And then just pat it down. Make it a bit more even. So if you see any little holes, just press them down nicely. Right, this method is called, we're going to blind bake it. So what we need to do next, so look inside. Make sure the walls of the tin are quite tightly attached to your pastry. Okay, and now we have to prick it all over. The reason we do this is so that the pastry doesn't rise and form bubbles, but also we need a wave. So I've got some butter paper here and I use kidney beans. So I've taken this out of the fridge now and it's ready to go in the oven. What we'll do is we'll check after 15 or 20 minutes, place it on the middle shelf. Beans attached, remember keep the beans in please. So I've removed the beans, this is the lemon meringue base, and I've egged it. So now it's going to go back into the oven for about 5 minutes. You know, we've got a nice base for our lemon meringue. Now we're going to make our lemon curd and our topping, which is the meringue. Our ingredients are some water, some corn flour, some lemon juice, some lemon zest, some caster sugar, some eggs, and this is for the meringue, so some sugar and some egg whites. So now we're going to make a paste with the corn flour and the water. It can be a bit stiff, but don't worry about that. There we go, it's loosening up nicely now. And all we're going to do after this is we're going to put the water in the pan, add the corn flour and water, the lemon juice and the lemon zest. And we're going to boil it for slowly boil for maybe 2 minutes. Okay? So here we have our water. Next, our lemon juice, or nimbu. These are not international lemons, they're good Indian lemons. Our lemon zest. And now the corn flour. Put the heat on. And we're now going to cook it. Now you can see the consistency is changing, it's getting a little bit thicker. It's still not quite thick enough, but we're nearly there. And the lemon curd is not sweet, but the meringue is, so it balances. Right, now it's getting thicker. After 2-3 minutes, this should be ready. Look, it's bubbling away and it's nice and thick. So what we're going to do now is turn the heat off and put it aside. We need to let it cool down because we're going to add eggs and sugar to the mixture. But while that's cooling, we can make our meringue. Now we're going to make our meringue. We've got our egg whites here at room temperature. So add them to a super clean bowl and mix slowly. What we're looking for are soft, silky peaks. You can also use a hand whisk, it doesn't take too long. Now we're going to add the caster sugar a little bit at a time. Ooh. Now there is a test to see if this is ready or not. Shall I? Oh, not quite, that nearly landed on my head. That looks ready. Now I'm going to try this again, let's see. Is it on my head? No, it's perfect. The mixture is now cool enough to add the sugar and egg mixture, so we'll start with the sugar first. The reason you need to add the egg mixture last and also to make sure your mix is cool is because you don't want lemon flavoured scrambled eggs. Oh, this is a lovely colour now. Oh, that's ready now. Let's add the meringue now to the lemon curd. Very gently pop it. Okay, now it's ready for the oven. We're going to cook it for 40 minutes. Thank you for joining Pollyanna's Kitchen in Talk and Beyond today. I hope you enjoyed the food we prepared.